Hey guys, Colin from dronesandhomesllc.com. We're going to look at this detached garage today. We're going to focus on the roof and the age of the roof and how we tell the age of the roofs. Also, while we're heading up, we're going to see some step cracking that we can look at and talk about a broken vent. So let's head up. I like to walk the roof of every house we inspect, even though it's beyond the standard of practice. If it's safe and the weather permits, we like to walk it. So there's the step cracking you can see heading on the mortar of the front face of the brick. You'll see that's caused by settlement foundation. We've got a 24-year-old detached garage here, so not surprising a little bit of settlement took place in 24 years in the foundation. Here you see the roof shingles. This also is an original roof, 24 years old, so it's approaching the end of its life, which is what we like to determine is kind of where it's at in its life for the customer, so they know what they're getting into when they buy a house with an older roof. This one's approaching the end of its life. You can tell because the shingles have got all the granules missing. Not a lot of cupping or cracking, and the roof's not leaking, so I wouldn't say it's beyond its useful life. See a little bit of maybe hail damage or burn through there on that shingle. Here's where you can see an example of some newer shingles. These are 1-year-old shingles replaced at Hurricane Sally in September of 2020 last year. But you can see a nice new shingle, what it looks like versus an older shingle, and the age of it. Typically we rely on the permits. We'll pull the permits on every house we inspect, check the age of the roof, but if we have nothing to go by, we just got to go by the look of it. Cupping and cracking of shingles, missing granules. So here you can see an example of newer shingles versus older shingles. One last example of something we may not catch if we don't walk the roof. You can see these vents are spinning freely with the wind, providing airflow in the attic to prevent moisture buildup and mildew. This one seems to have been damaged in the hurricane. Would recommend replacing that probably whenever the roof gets replaced. Doesn't seem to be leaking for now, but we'd probably recommend that replaced. So there you have it. I'd recommend this buyer budget for a new roof on this detached garage in the very near future. All right guys, until next time, dronesandhomesllc.com. I'm Colin. See ya.